This is a loonie. It's the Canadian version of an American dollar bill. In Canada, we don't really make it rain, we make it clink. This is a toonie. This is a $2 Canadian coin. And then we've got Queen Elizabeth on our $20 bill. God save the Queen. These were specifically designed to survive the washer and dryer because people keep putting bills into their laundry. We've got some Korean wons here. 1,000 won is worth $1. I don't really remember. Also got some Japanese yen here. This is 1,000 yen. We've got some bills here from Indonesia. I think my friend David brought these back for me when he came back from vacation in Bali. So we got 25,000 here. I'm not really sure how much it's worth because I never spent it. What else have we got here? 1 Japanese yen, 1 euro, 20 euro cent, 100 won, 50 yen, 2 British pence, and 1 American cent. You don't see these much around anymore. Canadian 5 cents. Check out the beaver. I think it's called a nickel. When it comes to investing, a lot of people think it's about getting more of this. Well, if that's the case, then you haven't been paying close enough attention. My name is Alan Z, Consumerist Monk. I have been playing in the stock market for over 5 years. I like to call it investing because it makes me sound smart. But my mindfulness practice has taught me not to spin things in a positive way. Just label it for what it is. My investment behavior has been nothing but that of a degenerate gambler. And with that, let's talk about what stocks I'm gambling on in 2021. A lot of my fellow millennials and the younger generation are afraid to dip their toes into the stock market because they feel like they don't have enough experience. We're treating the stock market like a skill-based endeavor where we want to take a course on it or have some professional opinion from a financial advisor because we're afraid that we suck at it and we'll end up losing money. I've talked to my fair share of financial advisors from both big banks and hedge funds. I even had a managed portfolio for a few years. I've done my research online, I've watched a ton of YouTube videos, and I also learned how to read financial data. Bottom line is, all of these expert opinions online boils down to one single actionable item. It's some version of put your money into an index fund. Don't get me wrong, it's solid advice, but Warren Buffett has been saying this for years. What value do I get from expert opinion if they all recommend the same action? That is why we're not here to talk about investing. We're here to talk about gambling. By the way, pumpkin spice latte is out of season, and my second drink of choice at Starbucks is the chestnut praline latte. It packs 320 calories. It's a great way to kickstart your morning. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just a guy who cares very much about living in the moment, and in this moment, I want to share my happiness with all of you. My first stock recommendation of 2021 is Starbucks. Who would have guessed? I've been putting money into Starbucks since the summer of 2020. I put in the exact same amount every week, regardless of whether the stock goes up or down. This is a technique called dollar cost averaging. The reason I chose Starbucks is because back in the summer, I read their Q2 financial reports. And I noticed that Starbucks has been expanding year over year in China. If you want to understand something about capitalism, is that you gotta go where the money goes. China is the world's second largest economy. The thing about Chinese consumers that a lot of Western companies don't fully understand is that Chinese consumers really like to buy shiny things. The 3 Western companies that are doing phenomenally well in China include Starbucks, Apple, and Tesla. The one thing that they have in common is that they sell shiny things. Now, why do Chinese people like shiny things? Well, let's just put it this way. Chinese people are like dragons. And if you remember from the movie The Hobbit, there's this dragon called Smaug. Smaug likes to steal treasures from dwarves so he can sleep with them in his cave. What does he do with the treasure? Absolutely nothing. He just likes to sleep with them. That is the spirit of the Chinese. It's a guilty pleasure. Nothing wrong with that. If I was more of an investor, I might have gone on to read Starbucks Q3 financial reports and Q4 financial reports just to see if their investment in China is holding up. But that's way too much work. I just put money into Starbucks week after week after week, believing in the power of the dragon. My second stock pick is Boeing. Boeing is like a capitalist's wet dream. It's too big to fail. But every time someone says something is too big to fail, there will always be a group hell-bent on starting a revolution and toppling the reign. Once every few hundred years or so, a revolution actually succeeds and it replaces the existing king with a new king that may or may not be incrementally better, but it usually comes at the cost of a lot of suffering. I don't know if there will be such a revolution in my lifetime, but what I do know is that I hope for a bright future where humans can colonize space. If you know anything about technology, is that technology takes forever to build from the ground up. Boeing has a lot of existing infrastructure that we can continue to invest in so that they can build us faster air travel and take us to space. And just for that reason alone, I'll probably be putting money into Boeing week after week after week for the rest of my lifetime. I mean, you can also invest in Airbus, but Airbus will probably take a decade just to play catch up. My third stock pick is Planet Fitness. Now this is a bit of a weird one because I like Starbucks and I like traveling in high-tech airplanes, but I've been to Planet Fitness and I will never go back. It's just such a subpar experience to the gyms that I am used to. But I am just a small part of the economy. Over the past few decades, although America has become more and more prosperous as a country, people are experiencing a lot of stress and obesity. But Americans are smart people. When there's a problem, there's a solution. Over the past 5 years, the health and fitness industry has been exploding. Mindfulness and meditation alone has reached $1 billion in market capitalization. In the big cities, you can see fads like CrossFit, SoulCycle, Orange Theory, Barry's Bootcamp, ClassPass, Core Power Yoga. There's a whole bunch of privately owned companies that are capitalizing on this growing trend and awareness of fitness and health. Planet Fitness is actually one of the few public companies out there that you can invest in. And that is the primary reason why I chose the stock. It's been growing year over year over year. You can find a Planet Fitness in almost every city in America. They're very affordable and they're very creative about their marketing too. You get free pizza nights on either Mondays or Fridays, and there's this thing called a grunt meter where people are not allowed to grunt past a certain decibel level because it intimidates other members who are just getting into a gym habit. Bottom line is, until there are more health and fitness companies going public, Planet Fitness is a solid pick, and I like that they are making fitness affordable for everyone. My fourth stock pick is Berkshire Hathaway. The only reason I'm putting money into Berkshire is because of Warren Buffett. The Oracle of Omaha is just such a cool nickname. See, if you're gonna gamble on new money, like cannabis, cryptocurrency, GameStop, then you might as well as gamble on the old money. It's called diversification. All those stocks I just mentioned, I started buying into them in the summer of 2020. So it's a bit disingenuous to say that they are my stock picks for 2021. But this last stock pick is very much a 2021 stock. I feel like this is more of a show than tell moment. So let's get to it. As you can see, I have been relentless in putting money into these stocks week after week after week. To date, I've invested about $66,000 for a total gain of $9,700, an annual gain of 15%. Disclaimer, I am not a financial expert. I am a gambler. What I just told is a happy story. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing. But understand that somewhere in the world there is a monkey, a literal monkey with no understanding of money or stocks, just picking stocks out of a jar. And that monkey has a good chance of making better returns than I did. On the other hand, there is a financial expert out there who's been doing this for many years with a ton of certified experience, who is currently losing millions and millions of dollars. This is the nature of gambling. Also note that my Cash App account is just one of my many accounts. Each of those accounts is a gamble of their own. On some of them, like my options trading accounts, I've lost tens of thousands of dollars, but that's a story for another day. If you like this video and want to hear more from me, then please gently press that like and subscribe button and leave a comment in the box below. I want to hear about your stock picks for 2021. Until next time, Alan Z out. Oh, I almost forgot. If you want to try your hands at investing in stocks, Cash App is the best way to get started. Just type in this link into your computer, cash.app/app/BHM. You know what? Just click the link in the description below. You get $15 and I get $15. And on top of that, I'm gonna buy you a coffee because I'm feeling a little lonely in Los Angeles and I'm counting on you to be my friend. We can get rich together.